All right, Shalom, Shalom. This is the brother Shakar here with another lesson to the power and spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Before I get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakak Quadash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of the great millstone, from which I learned this truth. Peace and blessings to the house of David, doing his work with all righteousness, truth, and sincerity. And I want to say Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom. All right, let me start here in the book of, let's go to 2nd Esdras, chapter 6, and let's go to verse 28. And it says, as for faith, it shall flourish, corruption shall be overcome, and the truth with that which hath been so long without fruit shall be declared. See, and that's happening, okay, right now. Okay, that's been happening, okay, at a small level, you see. But ultimately, that's going to be, okay, in the kingdom. Because right now, okay, faith is flourishing. Okay, those are the ones that have been given this wisdom, this knowledge, and this understanding. Okay, those that have been given the breath, you see. Those are the hopeful elect. You know, corruption shall be overcome because, you know, they've left the world, okay, pretty much behind. You see, there's nothing here to turn back to. You see, and those that have the correct mindset, okay, well, that's the way that they, you know, that's the way they maneuver. You see, they're not relying on, you know, on the ways of the world, you know, to lean on. You see, they're leaning on the Holy One of Israel. You see, and the truth, okay, it's out here, man. The truth is being declared by the men of the Lord, okay, the prophets, okay, they're bringing out the 100% truth, okay, of what the scriptures are really saying, you see, and the majority of the people, okay, they're rejecting it, okay, but nonetheless, okay, the truth is out here, you see, and you're seeing the fruit, okay, you're seeing the great awakening, okay, you're seeing this gospel, the true gospel, okay, being spread throughout the four corners of the earth. Because there was a time where, as a people, as Israelites, okay, we lost our heritage. Matter of fact, let me grab that. That's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, and verse 4. And it says, and thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thy enemies, see, in the land which thou knowest not. It says, for you have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. Meaning the Lord was going to be very angry with us, okay, for a very long time, you know, for a certain period of time. And it's been a long time for us, but to the Lord, it's only been a little moment, you see. And we discontinue from our heritage, meaning, okay, we forgot who we were as a people. But right now, again, the Lord has put the Spirit upon certain individuals to come back to the true heritage, okay, to come back to understanding, okay, that we have enemies, okay, understanding the you know, what the correct you know, doctrine truly is, man. The true understanding of what the mark of the beast is, okay, that we're in a time of Jacob's trouble. It's going to intensify. Okay, we understand the true names of well, we understand the true name of the Father, Yahweh, and the true name of the Son, Yahushai. You see? And right now, again, you know, the Lord is you know, he's waking up, okay, those that, you know, that he has set apart, okay, from the beginning, you see? And we lost our heritage, you know, because of being rebellious, being stiff-hearted, stiff-necked, okay, not following the ways of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Matter of fact, let me go to the previous chapter, Jeremiah 16, and let's go to verse 10. It says, and it shall come to pass, when thou shalt show this people, see, all these words, and they shall say unto thee, wherefore hath thou, Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, pronounced all this great evil against us? Or what is it? Or what is our iniquity? It says, or what is our sin that we have committed against the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, our power? Then thou shalt say unto them, because your fathers have forsaken me, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and have walked after other gods. So, because of idolatry, man, especially here right now in this time, okay, going after, so-called white man Jesus, okay, and all the other madness, man, Allah, Buddha, whatever other madness or people are into, man, okay, just following the ways of these other nations, these heathen nations, okay, idol worship. It says, and have served them, you see, and have worshipped them, and have forsaken me, and have not kept my law. And right now, okay, that's the mindset of the majority of our people. Now we know we're not going to be saved by the deeds of the law. Scripture tells us that no one is justified, okay, by the deeds of the law, but we still gotta keep them. Can't just break them. Okay, we got to do the best we can. You see, because nobody's going to be perfect on this side. Okay, that's why we need that change. We need those new bodies. We need the law, statutes, and commandments in our inward parts, meaning in our minds, so we don't go off anymore. But ultimately, that's going to come, okay, during the time of the deliverance. See, our bodies are going to be changed. Again, it says, and have served them, and have worshipped them, and have not and forsaken me, see, and have not kept my law. And again, that's the mindset of the majority of our people, especially those that are Israelites, and they don't even know they're Israelites. But even those that know they're Israelites, okay, they're still breaking the laws. Okay, they're not keeping the commandments of the Lord, man. They're still walking in the ways of the world. See, they haven't fully departed, okay, from the ways of these heathen nations, especially when it comes to Esau. It says, and ye have done worse than your fathers. It says, for behold, you walk everyone after the imagination, see, of his evil heart, meaning the mind. They don't have the right mindset, that they may not hearken unto me. Therefore, will I cast you out of this land, see, into a land that ye know not. See, neither ye nor your fathers, and there shall you serve other gods. See, day and night, well, I will not show you favor. See, and that's why, okay, we're under the curses. Okay, we're not being shown, the favor of having the blessing yet. Okay, even though, yes, the Lord does bless us. Okay, the Lord said He pours rain on the just and the unjust. Okay, well, we're not in a position of being sovereign. You see, we're under the hands of our enemies, man. Okay, these devils have ruled over us. You see, and the curses are clinging upon us, man. Hey, the curses will not be lifted off till the Lord comes back. You see, and ultimately, okay, we are our fathers, but now in this time we've done worse. Okay, we've done worse than our fathers, man. We've done worse than we did before. So that's why, again, we're in this perpetual, as a people, we're in a perpetual position of being at the bottom, being under the curses. But through the power and spirit, see, of Yahweh Hashem Yoshai, through His mercy, okay, there is a remnant, okay, that has woken up, man. A remnant, okay, that is not relying, okay, upon, okay, our enemies for help, man. Of course, the scripture says, okay, we're going to go to our enemies for the want of all things, but not going to lean upon this devil for this truth, man. You see, because all this devil has done to us is lied to us. Let me go to the book of Deuteronomy. I'm actually going to get this in the NLT. Deuteronomy, the 4th chapter. Deuteronomy chapter 4. And let's jump down to verse 27. Yeah, and it says, and I'm going to read it in NLT. It says, for the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yoshai will scatter you, see, among the nations. So among the heathen. It says, where only a few of you will survive, because there's only going to be a remnant that's going to be delivered and elect. See, that's going to be primarily here in so-called America, Babylon the Great, okay, but scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. It says, there in a foreign land, you will worship idols, see, made from wood and stone. It says gods that neither see, nor hear, nor eat, nor smell. Okay, and that goes back to the curses, man. Deuteronomy 28, okay, in verse 64. It says, but from there you will search again, listen, for the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yoshai, your power. See, and who's doing that? Okay, those are the hopeful elect. It says, and if you search for Him, will see with all your heart and soul, you will find Him. See, and that's the Lord putting the proper spirit, okay, upon our people, man, upon those of the hopeful elect. Again, those that have the correct mindset. It says, in the distant future, when you are suffering all these things, you will finally return to the Lord Yahweh Hashem, Yahushua, your power, see, and listen to what He tells you. See, how was the Lord speaking to us? Okay, through his servants, the prophets, man, through the men that the Lord has set up. It says, for the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, your power, see, is a merciful power. He will not abandon you, see, or destroy you, or forget the solemn covenant he made with your ancestors. See, and again, ultimately, okay, we are our ancestors. So the Lord's going to keep his promise. See, but as a people, okay, we didn't, man. We broke that first covenant. But the Lord's not going to go back on his word. Okay, that's why ultimately, okay, there will be a deliverance, yes, for all Israel. But on this side, where the destruction is going to take place, it's only about an elect, that elect number. You see, right now there's a remnant, okay, that's returning, man, that has returned. You see, a hopeful elect. See, the Lord is setting up, okay, those spirits, those special spirits, okay, right before the very eyes, okay, of the enemies, man, of our enemies, okay, to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and enemies, okay, to the Israelites. Matter of fact, let me grab this. Let's go to Isaiah, the 10th chapter. Isaiah chapter 10, and let's go to verse 20. And it says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant, see, of Israel, and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob, listen, shall no more again stay upon him that smote them. Now, who smote us as the people? Well, all the nations. But who's been that chief enemy? Okay, that's the Edomites, man, the so-called white man. It says, but should stay upon the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the Holy One of Israel. Listen, in truth, listen, the remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, see, unto the mighty power. Again, that's a very small number. Okay, a remnant, a remainder, okay, that's not going to lean upon the ways, okay, of the world, man. Okay, they're not going to stay upon, okay, those damn devils that have taught us nothing but lies. Listen, for those that people Israel, see, be as the sand of the sea, because Israelites are scattered everywhere, man. You see, even though, okay, we're a great in number, okay, scattered to the four corners of the earth, there's only going to be a small number that's going to truly return. Again, it says, for those that people Israel, be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them, see, shall return. The consumption decreed shall overflow with righteousness. Okay, that's speaking about the destruction that the Lord has determined, man. That consumption, okay, that destruction coming from the nuclear warheads and from the chariots, the so-called UFOs. It says, for the Lord power, listen, of hosts, will make a consumption even determined, you see, in the midst of all that land. See, in the midst of all the lands, and that land is speaking about chiefly so-called America, okay, but there's going to be destruction in other parts, okay, of the world as well, you see, because we know the land of Israel's got to be cleansed, okay, you got imposters there, okay, but the difference is that Israel will be rebuilt, okay, but this place right here, so-called America, is going to be a dwelling place, okay, for the desert creatures. Okay, once that fire burns itself out from all the destruction, all you're going to have left here is unclean animals, man. Okay, this is going to be a wasteland, okay, a desert. Okay, but again, okay, you have, okay, Israelites, okay, that are woken up, man, that are coming back to the true heritage. And it's all the works, see, of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Again, he said in his people up, okay, the beginning with the elect, okay, right before the very eyes of our enemies. Okay, the Lord is setting his people in order. Let me go to Baruch 2. And let me go to the 29th verse. And it reads, it says, matter of fact, let me, I'll just start at verse 29. It says, if you would not hear my voice, surely this great multitude, see, shall be turned into a small number among the nations where I will scatter them. You see, so as Israelites, okay, we're a scattered people. Okay, we're very few in number, okay, that's going to come back to the, to the true ways of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. It's not going to be a great number that's going to actually, okay, return, okay, and be faithful, okay, to the Lord. Listen, it says, for I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. Listen, but in the land of their captivities, they should remember themselves. See, and that's happening, man. That's happened, and it's going to continue to happen, okay, till the Lord brings, okay, salvation to his very elect. See, and then there's also going to be destruction, okay, to the wicked of the earth, beginning with the wicked, okay, the Edomites, okay, these wicked nations, and the wicked, okay, of our people, 2/3 right here in so-called America. See, and those that have that 2/3 mentality get scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, man. Those Israelites, okay, that are not going to return. Those Israelites that are going to stay in that incorrect, okay, ways of thinking, man. Listen, and shall know that I am the Lord, see their power, for I will give them a heart and ears to hear, and they shall praise me, listen, in the land of their captivity, and think, see, upon my name. See, that's why you got to have the true name, man. The true name of the Father and the true name of the Son. It says, and return, listen, from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they should remember the way of their fathers, see, which sinned before the Lord. See, the Lord going to put the correct mindset upon them. You see, to have that true, okay, understanding. Matter of fact, let me go to Psalms 50, and I'm going to go ahead and close out. Psalms chapter 50, and let me start off in verse 15. And it says, listen, it says, and call upon me in the day of trouble, and I will deliver thee, and thou shalt glorify me. And who's going to call upon the Lord? Okay, those who have his name. Okay, those who truly have the correct understanding. It says, but unto the wicked, see, the Most High saith, what hast thou had to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant, see, unto thy mouth? Okay, he's speaking about the Edomites, man. Okay, because everything the Lord has declared in the scriptures, they go against it, man. Okay, they don't follow the ways of the Lord, and they teach lies. Listen, seeing that thou hatest instruction and castest my words behind thee. They do everything contrary to what the Lord said to do. See, and they taught our people, okay, the ways of wickedness, man. And our people have followed along. Listen, when thou sawest a thief, then thou consentest with them, and has been a partaker, see, with adulterers. Yeah, literal adultery. Okay, a man, okay, going after another man's wife. Okay, these women being loose. These are the ways they've taught us. But also what? Idolatry, man. Okay, having the ability to worship whatever you want, man. It's wickedness. Listen, thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Again, they're lies, man. Thou sittest and speakest, listen, against thy brother, thou slanderest thy own mother's son. See, was not Jacob Esau's brother? You see, even though they bring all these untruths, these lies, they still what? They're the accuser of thy brethren, man. Okay, they point the finger saying, look at your people, Lord. See, when they're the ones that push all this madness. Listen, it says, these things thou hast done, and I kept silence. It says, thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself, but I will reprove thee, listen, and set them in order before thine eyes. See, and this man is being reproved. Okay, he's being reproved through the mouthpiece of the Lord, man, through the servants, the prophets. See, he's being told about himself. Okay, the revealing of who the devil is that the Bible speaks about, okay, is being told, man. He's being told that he's going to go into captivity. Okay, he's going to serve out a punishment. Then he's going to be done away with, man. Okay, they're going to be slaves for that 1,000-year period. But then they're going to be put out the earth. Scripture says that they're going to be chased, see, out of the world. You see, so the Lord, okay, through the power and spirit of the Lord, he's setting up the elect, see, in order, okay, before the very eyes, see, of our enemies. So with that, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I'm going to close out and give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of the great millstone, from which I learned this truth. Peace and blessings to the house of David, doing his work with all righteousness, truth, and sincerity. And I want to say shalom to the whole full elect. Shalom.